there, you who stumbled across this video. Let's go, it's the Dawn of the Dead zombie apocalypse and we don't have much time. I'll walk you through the movie with as many sidetracks as necessary and hope to be somewhat entertaining in the process. I'll also be sure to drop some unsolicited advice on what the characters should have done if they actually had minds of their own and more than 3 collective plot brain cells. The movie has a lot of plot device, I mean characters, so here's our first one. Her name is Anna and she's a nurse, and also she's just talking about patient 0 and she doesn't even know it. Before the guy who was bitten on the hand can zombify the entire hospital, Anna clocks out and heads home, switching off the emergency radio broadcast because we need more reasons to shout at the screen. For real though, that's just normal people behavior, but don't get too attached, this movie doesn't have a lot of that. At home, Anna and her boyfriend Lewis manage to fuck their way through the emergency broadcast again and head to bed, only to be woken at 6:30, which is very mean, by a bloody neighbor child standing in their doorway. She tears Lewis's throat out and Anna yeets the child into the hallway and closes the door before tending to the severe case of bleeding out on her bed. As she tries to get through to emergency services, Lewis dies and promptly gets back up as a zombie. Anna reacts quickly and grabs the keys before she escapes to the bathroom. Lewis Jack torrences his way inside, but she manages to get away, and thankfully that was a ground-level house. Anna takes the car and drives through her chaotic neighborhood. A woman begs for help, but she doesn't stop. While that's ultimately a smart choice, it seems odd. She probably knows this woman, and as a nurse she clearly cares about helping people, especially under stress. She's not even driving fast and could just let the woman who's clearly not a zombie run around and hop in. Anyway, the movie doesn't want her to, so she makes her way out of town and onto the highway. Waiting behind the crushed bus, someone opens her unlocked door and tries to steal her car. I don't know about you, but to me this seems odd too. Anna's instincts work well enough to grab the key when Lewis gets attacked, but she doesn't lock her doors a few seconds later as he's sprinting behind her car. I wouldn't mind if it was just this one thing, but I have a hard time grasping Anna's character because the movie refuses to establish it properly, so everything kind of seems out of character. Anna swerves to get rid of the car thieves and crashes her car into a tree. The movie then treats us to some pretty awesome opening credits with a bit of input on how nobody really knows what the virus is and a lot of people dying. I'm totally fine with not giving any I Am Legend style explanation for the plague. After the crash, this cop, Kenneth, picks up Anna and he asks her to say something. She replies with, "Please," which is very natural and not at all just what the script demanded. They walk on together and run into a group of 3 more survivors. They say they were reduced from a group of 8. I would like to see how they got away, especially with the pregnant girl and why there are no zombies after them. Yes, it's not impossible, but with the survival talent they display later through the movie, I don't believe it. The group goes to the mall, which is closed and locked up because it's early AF. The movie needs them to be out in the open immediately, so they break a storefront with a toilet because the crowbar Anna holds, I guess, wasn't the easier choice. I'm a scrawny girl, so I wouldn't know. But throwing a fucking toilet with enough force seems hard. I'm nitpicky, I know, but the movie invited me. I also wouldn't leave the store just yet. It's zombie-proof and we can use it to strategize safely or bait in zombies to take them out of gate. Instead, Anna, Kenneth and the pregnant girl Luda stay at the fountain while Michael and Andre split up to secure the mall. Splitting up is not bad per se, but not going alone. Since Kenneth for some reason refuses to go along and Anna I guess is too female for the job, well, stick together. Yes, you will be slower, but you'll be able to fight off zombies more easily. You're no good if you get zombified. They don't bother to stick to the walls, leaving their backs vulnerable, which makes me want to scream. The zombies aren't always loud and you really need to watch your 6. I also bet they have no strategy for clearing the building, let alone what to do when encountering zombies. Michael finds this door unlocked and instead of barricading it and letting it go for now, he steps in. For some reason, he switches his metal crowbar for a wooden croquet mallet because I suppose we really are cosplaying The Shining. It's so stupid and my screams only intensify as he understands that the cleaning staff is clearly behind that door and despite not knowing how many there are and well, despite them being clearly zombies, he opens the door. Are you trying to get killed? Yes, you need to deal with the zombies sometime, but not by yourself. Put a chair under the handle and barricade the glass door. If you're fancy, set up a noise alarm. Someone still manages to break through anyway. Instead, Michael decides to face the zombie and doesn't get killed through pure blood armor. You're not getting kudos for using the mallet creatively, Michael. Go into a corner and think about your stupid life choices. Ken, Anna and Luda get attacked by a zombie as well. Luda gets scratched and Kenneth gets tackled into the fountain. Anna saves him with a clutch shot because the plot still needs him. Since they live in a universe without zombie stories, which I will accept, they can't know Luda is in danger yet, so I'll let that slide. The group reunites and hops into the elevator, which they could have done immediately, I guess, but what's the point of clearing the downstairs and leaving Luda in danger in the open if you want to go upstairs anyway? If the mall's on lockdown because it's like 7 in the morning, how many people could there reasonably be? The mall is locked down and the zombie can't climb stairs, so downstairs and upstairs mostly the same thing. If you stay away from the glass front door, that is. Upstairs, they are greeted by 3 security guards who basically want them straight back downstairs. Nice. Michael does some great diplomacy, admittedly, and they are allowed in after all, so that's good. The mall cops, CJ, sexist guy, and the newbie are watching TV. Apparently the government put up evacuation centers for a virus with serial PPR testing. Yeah, that seems smart. How has nobody figured out how the infection works yet? In the credits they said the virus might be airborne, but they don't know. How has it been a full night and not a single person was like, hey guys, that guy over there, he got bitten, and then he died and got back up as an undead, maybe there's a connection. This isn't like our recent plague where you could still filter information and be careful with it. It's the fucking apocalypse. If you're still on air, try to use some common sense to figure out it's zombies and what to do so people can get their letter jackets out. Also, why the hell are we trying to have an evacuation center not 1 day after the initial outbreak? If it's passed through anything other than bites, and you have one silent carrier in that center, everybody's dead. Instead, we get the shoot them in the head because that'll be useful. I know it's a trope, but it's important the film makers at least know why. Is it because that kills a person quickly, or is it some magic shit and a shot in the heart or the aorta wouldn't do it? Honestly, I couldn't tell you in this one because this movie doesn't give a flying fuck about. Anna patches up Ken's arm, which we know wasn't a zombie bite, but they probably don't know. Not that it would matter, because they also don't remember Luda later when they figure out it's the bite, so whatever. Luda's making a damn big deal out of the scratch, she's getting on my fucking nerves. Almost as if she knows it'll be important to the plot. I honestly hate what an old character she is, even more so than the rest. Seriously, lady, people are dying and that scratch is not even bleeding, get over yourself. Sure, clean it out, but it honestly won't even need a band-aid, so please stop holding your arm like an injured kitten, you little wimp. Yeah. Michael does some diplomacy again and gets CJ to let them paint SOS on the roof, which that's smart. A chopper flies overhead but doesn't land for them. Just your luck, but you don't need to be heading to the evacuation center anyway. But the mall is relatively secure and you have plenty of time. You can outfit multiple gated stores with all the necessities, and yes, the toilet will be a bucket, but who cares? Even if the mall is breached, you can still fall back to a safe zone. CJ locks the crew up in a gated shop, which is a dick move, but ultimately that's what you should do. Clear a store, lock it up, be safe. They're probably safer than the security who gets into their pajamas because that's good attire in case you gotta run, idiots. Anna plays a power move on the security kid, and remember when I said nobody cared about toilet buckets? Yeah, Anna cares apparently, and gets the security kids to let them out. Just then a truck heads to the mall blasting the zombies because, well, we don't even know all the names of the characters in the mall, better add some more. CJ and sexist guy get overthrown and locked up, and Anna's friends go to help the other survivors. Michael and Andre leave the fucking mall to get used their very limited ammo. I am losing my patience. Bro, you have like 1 mag, you're untrained and you fucking opened the door, are you insane? Shit, how about the survivors inside the mall are first priority, then the rest? Yeah, I get you don't want to let them die, but realistically you wouldn't hit Jack. Of course the movie wants you to be badass right now, but you just got killed over a truckload of morons, just saying. Bro, are you for real? Back off a sec. We know a virus is killing people and none of you thinks this clayish freak of nature might be infected. Seriously! How obvious do the symptoms have to be to your brain-dead bunch zeros? That's it, people, go fucking die. It's called natural selection at this point. Anyway, Anna brings out her training by handling the situation, and by that I mean she doesn't do anything that I would have to do nurse research for. Shouldn't she at least say something like it's probably sepsis, we need to do XYZ? Of course not, stupid. Her job is to look concerned and bring attention to all the bites, and act like masks are a foreign concept. Virus, contagious, you will die. Obviously the clay woman dies. What's the cause of death, Anna? It can only be sepsis or, I don't know, the virus that's killing everyone, and one of these fucking warrants a double tap. Wow, fire poker to the face. Well, Anna finally does something useful and figured out that it's the bites. Michael is extremely quick to say that they need to shoot the other guy who was bitten, especially after Anna says she's seen it happen before. What a bunch of cunts. That's why communication matters, that none of you figured this out till now. How did you think you could get infected? Why didn't you at least try to recount some transformations you witnessed? It doesn't have to be your family members, because traumatic, I know, but why am I even still on this? These aren't characters, they are plot devices, period. Right now somebody needs to cause drama, so no matter that Michael was characterized as diplomatic and careful before, now he's full on for killing a guy that might be infected. It's called quarantine. Everybody knows Michael doesn't have the guts to kill this guy in front of his daughter anyway. Jesus, it's so contrived. Because Michael doesn't have the guts and because it's plain stupid anyway. They don't immediately kill this guy, but lock him in a store. Honestly, I just wonder where they collected enough brain cells for this 1000 IQ plan. Obviously he turns into a zombie and gets shot. Kenneth wants to leave on a suicide side gig that's not relevant enough to mention, but stays when he sees Andy over there in the gun store. Lucky that guy has a whiteboard to write on. I didn't know that was common in a gun store. Anyways. Oh wait, we just got news. Not on why Andre and Luda are MIA and nobody cares, and not on any of the names of the newcomers. No, it's time for a montage. Basically, everyone has a blast in the mall without planning ahead for, I don't know, the next month. How about Andy, who has no food? People, we have a killer soundtrack and stuff. No time for trivial matters like survival. Oh, also there are like a lot of zombies between the mall and the gun store, so they make a fun game and have Andy headshot specific ones and like, you know, play who's who and stuff. Fun, I guess. How about you get a goddamn AK-47 and kill all the zombies between the stores? Like, sure there are a lot of them, but you're in a gun store, and there are only so many zombies in the vicinity. I have no patience with any of you anymore. Now it explains broke down the numbers of how many zombies there could reasonably be, and there's no fucking reason not to machine gun these zombies standing in the middle of the open. Andy is an idiot who prefers to write love messages with Kenneth rather than blasting the zombies and walk over to the mall. Somebody zombify me already, please. Anna looks on judgmentally as they blast zombies for fun because she still believes this movie cares about her morals or finding a cure. Get blasting, Anna, or do something useful. Oh wait, you can't, because somebody else has the group's brain cells right now, only nobody probably knows who it is. The flock of survivors have dinner and share a third of Michael's backstory. Apparently he had like 5 wives and also he had kids. Love, I still care more about the zombies than you, and if there's no flashback, what's even the point? Andre shuffles by and grabs useless stuff from the bar, and holy fucking hell, this dude is the worst liar ever. Seriously, when Anna's like, where's Luda, he behaves like a cocky 5-year-old who doesn't want to be caught and stealing sweets. And Anna even buys this half-assed lie, hook, line and sinker. Why are these people even scared to become zombies? Not like they could become any more stupid. The plot gods throw me a bone before I kill something out of frustration and switches off the lights. Oh, did somebody forget secure resources in the apocalypse? Seriously, go die. Now you morons have to free CJ to get down to the generator, which would absolutely be an issue if CJ hadn't completely given up his secondary antagonist to, I guess, Steve over here? Seriously, I don't know either. But imagine these meatbags had to deal with both of them, they would die brain implosion. Kenneth makes an unnecessary badass entrance and joins them. He shows Michael how to take the safety off. Hang on a second. Michael shot the zombies when the truck arrived. Why can't he use a gun now? Oh, this movie's rotting my brain. They go down to the unsecured parking lot to switch on the stupid generator. They find a dog who gets criminally little screen time for his comparatively high IQ. They set zombies on fire and I think Mr. Sexist dies. Nobody cares. Oh, but did somebody ask for the obligatory moron in the zombie movie who houses a zombie in secret? Yeah, it's Andre. Nice going. I'm sure your girlfriend absolutely loves being tied up through childbirth as a deadly virus slowly eats her alive. I mean, I don't know if she does. We literally only know that she made a fuss about not having a proper hospital and that she wants a Russian name for the child that, spoiler alert, never gets named anything. Look, I get that Andre isn't all there and that blasting his girlfriend is a lot to ask, but he isolated her long before there was any danger apparent. He was a real dick about the name thing, and why am I even still on this? His personality is an insult to cardboard. Anyway, this woman, Norma, who I guess is also a nurse or something, goes to check on them because I guess we can't have Anna go because she's the main character. Are you crazy? She finds Luda zombified, which, yes, that's scary, but she's tied up. Chill the fuck out. Andre basically spells out that he still views Luda as family and has a gun. Literally, who would be gonna blast her? Like, you couldn't have a 5-second conversation. I don't know, trying to tell him she's gone, that she wouldn't want to live like this, anything to defuse the situation. Okay, I would have been okay if she blasted without a second thought out of reflex, it's the apocalypse, but she had time to think. and make a conscious decision not to run. Get back up, try to talk him down. The zombie is tied up. Not an immediate threat. Norma kills the tied up zombie and gets rightfully sentenced to death on account of stupidity. Enri gets shot as well. Anna refuses to double tap Norma because she wasn't bitten. I'm losing what's left of my sanity right now. She's dead. What reason could there be not to make sure she doesn't come back? Anna, I sincerely hope you die a horrible death and humanity doesn't get repopulated with you and Michael's children. There's a zombie baby, which they kill. Yeah, sure, don't double tap the dead woman, but kill a zombie baby. Am I the only one who thinks that you could wrap it up tightly, get some PPE and put it in a playpen? If it starves, well, it starves. Same result. If it doesn't, you got a non-threat to monitor the condition, see if it grows, run some tests that might affect it. Yeah, I'm thinking about a cure as well, long term of course. Everything that's not a threat is a resource, and death by zombie baby is not gonna be a thing. Oh, okay, for this bunch it might be. But normally it wouldn't be. Yeah, sad and all, they had to kill a baby because they didn't think to use it as the manageable resource it would be. God damn it, there wouldn't even be another mouth to feed, it's a zombie. Anyways, I need to move on from all those possibilities because of our pea-brain suicide squad has another dumb idea because for some reason they are super demoralized by Norma's stupid death. I let CJ sum it up.
Yeah, not to shit on anyone's riff here, but let me just see if I grasp this concept, okay? You're suggesting that we take some fucking parking shuttles and reinforce them with some aluminum siding and then just head on over to the gun store where we watch our good friend Andy play some cowboy movie, jump on the covered wagon bullshit. Then we're gonna drive across the ruined city through a welcome committee of a few 100,000 dead cannibals, all so that we can sail off into the sunset on this fucking asshole's boat?
Yeah, that's the plan. It's not a good plan. Where do I even begin? A, you are too stupid to tie your shoelaces. You will die. You aren't even planning on thinning out the herd in advance. You will die. We don't even know all your names yet. You are so dead. None of you even wears a jacket. You will fucking die. Even the dead zombie baby is aware this plan sucks. You will die. But wait, it gets dumber. So in an unforeseen development, Andy is like really hungry because nobody thought to create a zipline or a potato gun or literally anything that's even remotely useful. You're telling me there's nothing you could have fashioned into a bow in the entire mall? Jesus, there's probably an actual bow in the gun store, in the toy store in the mall. All you need is someone with arm strength, some kind of durable string, and a bit of finicking. I'm an absolute zero in anything ranged, but even I'm semi-confident I could get an arrow across the street. Or a baseball. None of you can hit a tightly tied care package with a baseball bat? None of you? So many opportunities, and you really go with sending the smartest member of the group through the zombie herd. Yeah, I'm talking about the dog. I literally can't believe what I'm about to recollect. Right now, I'm literally losing my mind. Nobody fucking told Andy that the bites were dangerous, which is like the most important information they even have. So obviously he's not careful enough and gets bitten. Meanwhile, Miss Dumbfuck Moron Nicole races over the street for the fucking dog, who's perfectly fine because zombies don't eat dogs, we know that. So obviously they gotta save her dumb ass because none of them thought to do trauma control or at least lock the unstable one in a store. Like seriously, Terry and her pretty much dating, he could just guide her away and she doesn't even have to know her emotional support dog is a carrier pigeon. Stupid. Yeah, long story short, because everyone's dumb, they lose another member of the squad whose name I forgot even faster than they probably did. Good job, Nicole, good job, hope you're happy. And almost forgot they let the zombies breach the mall and scramble like a flock of headless chickens, because what is a contingency plan? Guess we'll leave it early, guys. Okay, let's take stock for the finale. We have Anna, Michael, Kenneth, CJ, Terry, the security kid, Nicole, oh dear god, Steve, oh dear lord, and the blonde girl and older guy who have yet to be named with like 10 minutes left of this shit show. Now we're playing a quick game of what order will they die in because it's so unpredictable. Yeah, because some dumb fuck had the idea to saw zombies off with chainsaws. Chainsaws are being used in a driving vehicle. Yeah, nobody could have foreseen that older guy would stumble and saw through blonde girl like in a cheesy slasher. Kenneth crashes their bus, killing older guy, which means yay, we are down to the named cast. I mean, we assume older guy is dead. I mean, if he's just unconscious, what sucks to be him. The remaining group rushes to the other bus by the skin of their plot armor, and no surprise, Steve dies because Anna has to have that moment where she shoots him because of the scene too pointless to include in this video. Oh, I guess Anna has the plot armors and the brain cells right now because she even remembers the key to Steve's boat. Good going, everyone else who just died for the millionth time because of your own stupidity. They reach the port and run, but their piss-poor plan requires another sacrifice, so CJ gets to go out a hero because the movie wants you to think he had character development. Turns out Michael was bitten. Why are you surprised, Anna? Did you really think you could keep everyone from the original trio? No. One's gotta go down, and it's Michael, keeping a gun to do the deed himself because the zombie waited respectfully until Anna had bid him farewell, but well, they're coming now. Nice of him to take a weapon down with him, not like the others have like 3 pistols from the gun store and are still criminally low on firepower for no reason. Seriously, like, I live in the EU, yeah? I have barely even seen real guns in my 20 years of life, and I'd arm up like War Machine if I found a gun store in the apocalypse. Like, but yeah, sure, I'm sure you'll fight off the undead with sticks and stones like aboriginals in Cargo. By the way, you should be introduced to those main characters. You'd get along just fine, nobody to change your limited brain power there. The movie switches to credits, showing our 4 remaining survivors on the boat charging headfirst into the zombie-infested island and probably finally succumbing to the last remaining brain cells evaporating into thin air. Game over. Wrong movie. Okay, we're done with the summary now. Let's sum up my final thoughts with a little less sarcasm. I enjoyed this movie because Hate Watching thinks it's awesome, but otherwise it's like really bad. Don't get me wrong, the score is great, the editing is great, even the acting is good. I got whiplash from really well-made scenes that made me feel things, and the actual behavior of the characters making me wish for their brutal demise. My main issue is that none of them behave consistently or like people at all. Somebody has a dumb idea and everybody agrees because it's montage time, even if it's completely unrealistic, that in a group of people everybody agrees with each other on such an important thing like leaving the mall. Not even properly naming characters is just so sloppy, and well, no character development for non-characters, no surprise there. I get that for some people this might be enjoyable for the mindless action with some awesome music, and I don't want to invalidate that. However, I enjoyed 50 Shades for the memes, so it doesn't make it a good story. Enjoyable is not the same thing as good, and the best shows and movies manage to combine both, like Zombieland for example. So yeah, am I disappointed? Yeah, a little. I think as a filmmaker you should provide a little bit of plausible context for your story. I get wanting flashy scenes and thinking you can fit them all in, and then the connection is a bit odd, but if you just want your cool scene, I understand that. But you gotta do better, especially when you have so much money to make a movie, an opportunity that most storytellers will never get. I'm not as mad about this movie as I am about certain other ones, like Death on the Nile from 2022 or School for Good and Evil from Netflix. It doesn't take anything away from this genre of zombie movies, I guess, and I haven't read the book yet, so I can't be mad at the adaptation. I mean, at the end of the day, I hope you had a bit of fun coming along on that ride with me. I for sure did. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments, and do all the other YouTube things if you like. Maybe you'll stumble over one of my videos again sometime. I'll see you then. Goodbye for now.